I'm going to be going over my design for the second project. For starters, here's just a picture of the board, and then I'm going to go component by component and explain how it works. This is my transmitter circuit. Up top, circled in green, is the microphone component. I've got two microphones to boost the signal, but they come through these resistors on the far left and then through the capacitor to remove some DC offset. From there, the signal goes into the left side of the two-circuit op-amp and then out through that blue wire right above it, and then next to it is the LED indicator for the microphone, and then from there it gets combined with the aux and then into the summing amp, which is circled in purple. In yellow, circled at the bottom, is the aux component. Signal travels out of that tiny blue wire, out of the aux receiver, through the 100k ohm resistors, and then into this system of orange wires here. The two potentiometers are at the bottom are actually part of the mic, so I messed up a little bit while I was circling stuff. But the potentiometer circled in yellow up top, or not circled, but surrounded by yellow up top, is what adjusts the amplification directly out of the aux. And then that signal comes out of the right side of the op amp into the blue wires towards the left at the summing amp, and then that goes into the laser. Here's my receiver circuit. I used a long wire coming out of the output of the summing amp up top into the input of this laser, which then goes into the solar cell, into the amplifier. That potentiometer there is used to adjust the amplification of that signal, and then into the buffer system in the middle. I use a system of 5 buffers to amplify that signal enough to make the speaker work. Here's my 4 LED indicators circled in blue. Up top in green is my voltage divider with the gray wires bringing down the reference voltages into the op amp, the comparator. The brown wires in the op amp are the signal that gets picked up by the solar cell, and then the resistors take the output to the LEDs. And then here's a demonstration of signal coming out of my laptop into the aux and then going through my transmitter across the room into my friend's receiver. Put signal through the laser.
Maybe I should take some of Tyler's Tylenol. Maybe that some of that says maybe.
The song just ended, that's crazy. There we go. And I realized as I was making this that I forgot to take a video of signal coming out of my speaker from my own laser. So here's a video of that I did like a few days ago, just adding it in there. And then here's a demo of Nick's transmitter setting signal across the room, microphone and aux, into my receiver and coming out the speaker.
Laser is working, playing a song. It's getting sent through. And being received on David's speaker.
If I go absolutely insane.
Hello! Gotta city round the clock. Everybody needs you. Know you get it, everybody needs